Fins are a very useful tool when it comes to developing your swimming technique. Fins significantly enhance a swimmer's propulsion. This means that for a swimmer developing their balance on the surface, which happens to all swimmers when they are using drills and developing their technique, fins will take over the propulsion, which means that less balance is required. This allows a swimmer to significantly slow down their stroke and their movements in the water, making it much easier to think about, but most importantly, much easier to control, allowing the swimmer to receive the best conditioning from the exercise. If you are new to swimming, it is best to put on your fins in shallow water. Hold on to the wall for stability and take your time to make sure you can remain standing and remain balanced. Become familiar with your fins by practicing in shallow water first. Practice the kicking drills that you have already developed. Practice maintaining your form as you have done already. The fins can mask errors in your kick, because if the leg makes wrong movements, the fins still offer propulsion. Ensure that your legs remain extended and you move from your quads, which are your thighs. Standing up with the fins on can feel awkward. The process is very similar to when not using the fins, but requires a few key steps. To give yourself time to stand up in a stable manner, stand up earlier than you would normally to ensure that you have enough breath to last you through the process. When ready, tuck your knees in towards your chest first, before lifting your head to look outside the water. As your head lifts and your body lowers, use your feet to find the ground underneath you. If you find you become quite unstable, tuck both knees to your chest, but practice just lowering one leg to the ground. The key is to use your head to raise your body, and your legs will find the ground. Do not attempt to lift your head or body outside the water whilst your legs are kicking on the surface. With the extra surface area from the fins, the legs will return to the ground much slower, and it is easy to become unstable. As you progress through your swimming exercises, always reflect on the technique of your kick. As you implement hip rotation, work on your breath, or develop your stroke timing, always ensure that the leg remains extended and you move from your quads when implementing your kick. As mentioned, any instabilities in the stroke or the body can often be masked by the fins and the kick. As you become confident in your ability to complete each exercise, practice the exercise with the fins first, before removing them. When practicing the exercise without the fins, it's important to accept that you will swim slower. You have just as much control over your stroke, but it may just take a little bit more work and a little bit longer time. If you become unstable when taking the fins off, follow the process of using fins before removing them to test your control. The fins are there to supplement your balance. Use the fins to develop the control of each stage of your exercise or stroke. When you take the fins off, replicate the control you have just mastered.